Hello, today we're going to discuss the top 10 things not to have in your home when you're selling your home. Number 1, personal photos, children's names on the wall. You don't want your personal information out there and photos of your family and things like that. You have to remember also when the photography's done, many of that stuff will be online and you just don't want to give out your personal information, especially your children's name, anything like that. There's a lot of freakazoids out there in the world, not trying to scare you, but the safest thing is no family photos and especially no children's names on the bedroom wall, anything like that. Number 2, valuables. When I say valuables, it could be jewelry, watches, expensive electronic items, things like that. And yes, there's agents with people when they're seeing your home, but even in an open house, sometimes they can get spaced out from the agent, or even if they pre-plan it because they've seen it in photos or they already know they're bad people and they want to try to take something. It's not that hard to maybe slip away from the agent for a couple seconds and take something. More than likely it's not going to happen, but the smartest thing is to lock up your valuables or take them with you. Number three, your pets. Don't leave your pets in the home if you can avoid it at all. Now I know that's not always possible if you're at work, people are showing your homes, but pets can be unpredictable. Some people don't like pets. Some people are allergic to pets. Many times when I go to show homes, there's a warning, don't let the cats out because they're not in a cage like, I guess for some reason, dogs can be in a crate, but not cats as much. And so it's very risky. I've shown homes many times where the darn cat is trying hard to get out of the house. And man, that's my biggest nightmare is if I accidentally let somebody's pet out of the house. And then as far as dogs and things when they're in crates, if you have to do it, that's fine, but it's best to take them with you because I've shown homes before where the dogs are just barking like crazy and it's scaring the people trying to see the home or they can't take their time looking at the home. So if it's possible, take your pets out of the home and that would be safer for the pets and for everybody involved. 4 might seem obvious. Medications, especially these days, it seems like there's a lot of goofballs that might want to try to get your medications. And again, yes, they're with an agent, but they might be able to slip into the bathroom while the agent's in the hallway, maybe take your stuff, things like that. And so just for their safety, yours, lock up your medications or put them in a bag, take them with you. That's just the smartest thing to do, especially these days, unfortunately. And number 5, personal documents, mail, things like that laying around, bills. You just don't want your personal information out there for security reasons. You don't want your credit card bill statement laying around, things like that. If you have a file cabinet, maybe lock them up in the file cabinet. And so just to be safe, no personal documentation of any kind laying around or easily accessible. Number 6, clutter. Not being mean, not saying anybody's messy, but by clutter I could simply mean excessive furniture, excessive collectibles, things like that. You're going to be moving anyway, so maybe pack up everything that you don't need because excessive furniture, boxes, collections, they can make the home seem smaller than it really is and also a little bit harder for people to envision themselves in the space. So take away all extra furniture and clutter that you can get out. And then also clutter could be maybe you have a lot of specialty kitchen devices, blenders, espresso machines, things like that. Take them off the counter, stow them away somewhere, make it definitely look nice and plenty of space in all the different rooms. Number 7, political things, religious things. We all have our beliefs and we want to appeal to the widest range of people that we can, okay? So without getting into all the details, I think we can all understand that some people might not agree with your type of beliefs, political, religious, other things. Heck, you could even have a bunch of University of Michigan stuff and a Spartan fan might come in and not like it. Well, no, maybe you don't have to go that far, but anything that's really controversial, it's best to just remove it. And again, I know you might want it on display and on your walls, but you're going to be moving anyway, so you might also get ready to pack up and just have it neutral so that all different people from all different walks of life will feel comfortable. Number 8, this might be something you don't think of, but safes. Especially like sometimes when you're in a garage, they have those big, large safes, or even in a bedroom, they have a large safe or a small safe. They might show up on photos, people see them online. Just another temptation to know, well, there's a safe there, and just for safety reasons, and you don't want anybody planning to do anything bad. So I know you can't really remove safes, they're very heavy. One idea I would have is, like, let's say it's a larger safe, maybe get a cardboard box and put over it and make it so it's less noticeable. If it's a small enough safe and you can move it somewhere and kind of cover it up in your closet or something like that, that's just common sense and really the safe thing to do with your safes. Number 9, surveillance equipment. I've been with many buyers that are, I guess I could say, offended and concerned when they know or think they're being watched through cameras. Now, legally, it's a foggy area. You're pretty much okay. It's your residence, especially if you're not recording and you know, it's not any nefarious reasons why you're doing it, but it's just kind of icky feeling. And a lot of times you can see that the little light's on and that they're being watched. It's best to either turn it off, but if you do want to leave it on, especially like if it's a Ring camera, and security is important, probably the safest thing to do is to put up a sign, hey man, place is being surveilled with video and audio equipment, and just make that notice out there. It'll make sure that in case there are any legal issues, which there probably won't be, but just let everybody know what's happening as far as that stuff goes. In this day and age, everybody's feeling like they're being watched, and again, it makes them feel kind of icky when they're looking at the home, or they want to have a private conversation about whether they like your home or how much they want to offer. Now the bonus, the thing that you do not want to have in the home, believe it or not, is you. Do not be at the home when people are doing their tours of your home. It just makes them feel uncomfortable and kind of on the spot. Now I know there's times, especially there's people that might be in a situation where it's difficult for them to get out of the house. You know, if you have to be there, maybe go out in the yard and keep a distance away. It's also, you might think it's helpful to give information, especially at open houses and things like that, but I can certainly tell you it's almost never a good idea. Sure, there's been times where I've had the seller present. They insisted on being there during the open house. For some people, it was very helpful. They love the extra information, but other people, not so much. They just don't like it. It just doesn't feel good to them. And then also, they just need to know the facts anyway. You telling them about whether the neighbors are nice or what the neighborhood's like. Everybody has their different views of what people they like, what neighborhoods they like, and it's just best if you could be gone, let them privately look at your home and fall in love with it, and also a little easier to picture themselves in your home. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. I'm Eric, your favorite Mid-Michigan realtor, and I cover from the greater Lansing area all the way up to Houghton Lake. So if there's anything I can do to help you, please check out my information below. I'd be happy to chat with you and give you one-on-one information and tips on buying and selling your home.